stuff because look at all the avenues for us to have an opinion. Before you had your masters, we had what Yah's word, they stood on that, they taught their families, they were able to easily monitor what their helpmeets were, where they were receiving information. Now you got helpmeets coming in, and we've already received so much information. There's the internet, and our master talk about that all the time. He's like, it's like the internet is good and bad at the same time. You can't really determine whether it's good or bad at any given moment. One day it's great because it helped you handle so many issues. And the other thing, it's been detrimental to us because the internet is full of information, full of voices, whether you hear them or not. An article that's just a bunch of people's voices, opinions, their seed, all in that information, and you get reading it. And so it allowed us to create all these different thoughts, opinions, what we should think about ourselves, what we think people, when people are mistreating us, not mistreating us, how people are judging us. I mean, we have all of that, and then we're trying to walk out this righteous, humble, submitted life in this type of society. And then you got feminism in you that's been taught to you from a very young age. That's fighting. You're fighting with those inner thoughts of, if you let go, try to be more humble, submitted to a man. You're fighting thoughts of, I'm just getting walked over, I'm being used, or any sort of thing, or he just want to have he don't think I can have a thinking brain. I mean, all those different things, like you're being devalued as a woman, and men do stuff to women all the time and leave them. You just got all of that's been put inside of you. So it's a constant battle with information. What would you say about that, Sister Taylor? Because we talk about those certain things, right?
I agree completely. I don't know, one topic that, or one metaphor that Master used was with the garden. A woman, a blank garden, clean slate. Yes. A blank slate garden, green grass, and she has the potential to put any seed in there, available to her. No more Eve. I don't know. You remember the comment on the topic? He said woman will go grocery store, buy weeds, and then throw them in the garden, and then get mad that it's all weeds that came up. And he's like saying, why don't you go apples or pears or something that someone else gave you? You're like, no, I want the weeds. And so then you have to, when you finally do get someone who's going to invest in your garden and plant these seeds that are fruitful, you have to pluck up all these weeds by yourself. Like, it's not up to the other person to pluck them because they didn't plant them. So you have to pluck up these weeds that can teeny tiny weeds, and if you don't get the root of it, then they just come right back. And yes, so I really like that metaphor of and kind of seeing how many packets of weeds have we thrown in our garden already, or allowed others to throw in our garden.
And I really like that comment, how many seeds that we allow other people to throw in our garden, because not only did we get all this information, and we went out and was destructive to our own selves, all by ourselves, we have managed with our thought process, our emotions, we have managed to destroy our own selves. But then how much information did we just allow in from anybody's voice, anybody's radio show, anybody's talk show, anybody's TV show, anybody's music? And we said, yes, I agree with that. Or yes, I experienced that. Yes, I've experienced that. I resonate with what you're saying. And so when you resonate with what someone is saying, and then you hear their solution for it, you're like, yes, that's my solution. And our master, talks to us. And sometimes, we'll sit there sometimes speechless, or we have a lot of questions, depends. But it's speechless in the sense of, he just makes so much sense when he breaks down like the thoughts that we have had and where we got them from. Like, it's totally someone else's thoughts that we just agreed with and said, okay, now that's my thought too. He gives us an example of like such things like weaves. And we all had either a form of weaves, braids, whatever. And I remember being just younger, seeing one of my family members in weaves, and I was like, why the heck did she put that weave in her hair with that color? Our hair don't grow that color. And then before you know, multiple people getting weaves, you hear it's beautiful. And then, you're like, but it's not even your hair. And then everyone started saying, it is my hair. I bought it. It's just like any other thing you get. When you buy it, doesn't it become yours? And I remember how at first I thought that was so stupid. Then before you knew it, I was the same one saying that same thing. When someone said, that ain't your hair, I was like, I bought it. I took my hard-earned money. I went to work and made, and I bought it. So it's mine. And I can choose to do that the same way you choose to do stuff in your life. You know how stupid that is? Like, when he says it now, I just feel so dumb. Like, what the heck? Like, 'cause, cause it's just the idea that people could just plant thoughts just that easy, and they're simple-minded ideas about something you would just take on and make it your own. And that's the way it happens with a lot of things with information. So that's the point of me using that example. Yeah. What'd you say, Ebony? What you got?
No, just adding to it. He says that we don't, and not just women, but we're talking about women right now. That a lot of people don't question the things that the thoughts and the mindsets and the information that we receive. We don't question why. We don't question, well, why am I using this? Why am I taking on this, this now thought? Why am I choosing to get a weave now? Because this person or this show that, how nice this weave is and how, I don't know, it can protect your hair or something like that. It can make you look more beautiful. Well, by whose definition is that beautiful? And by what facts can you say that it protects my hair, it's protecting your hair is able to grow under there and stuff like that, or whatever. We don't question a lot of the things that we are. No. Oh, God.
Boys,
we don't
no.
we don't question
No.
we don't question the
Get out the water
information
now.
that we take in. We just take it. We just follow. We just become followers of things. Just like, black women, well, a lot of black women, but do with weaves and things of that nature. We're told that our hair, we can't even wear our hair in the workplace sometimes. We have to be worried about, is this going to be acceptable? Am I going to have to, fight the system on being able to wear my natural hair? Is it going to be looked upon as unkept or, something like that? So we feel that we have to wear someone else's hair because of someone else's opinion about it. We just don't question the thoughts that we have or the information or what other information that we are receiving. We just receive it or follow. So
May I add too? It also comes from a state of, like, they created such a way of competition, envy, jealousy, competition, fear, inferiority complex things within us. Even as women, you have to be the next woman is your competition. She may get something that you won't get if you don't look the best, feel the best, shape the best, hair the longest, hair's the prettiest, hair's the eyes that look like this. They just created so many of those different things that it just created all these avenues to make stupid things or things that are irrational make sense, So when we use weave is just our example, but it could be anything. But I'm just going to stick with the weave. But just to let you all know, so everybody's not offended about weaves and stuff. Listen, weave is the example. It could be anything. But when it comes to a weave, for instance, I remember too, you have that envy and jealousy of why is every other culture, everybody's hair is long and pretty naturally, but when you are a woman of color, your hair don't grow as long, or your hair is nappier, as they call it, or not as beautiful. You don't feel like your hair is as beautiful, or you want your hair to grow longer, and so they'll feed you on multiple ideas. If this information I give you right here don't scare you or don't make you want to get this weave, I'm gonna give you this information over here. Like, they know what to feed you. They know how to get each person in different areas, So one of the ways was being like, hey, your hair is going to grow longer. Don't you want longer hair? You put this weave on, not only can you have beautiful hair that you can wear on the outside, and you could do all the same things every other culture could do with their hair, but in the process, your real hair is growing and it's going to be nice and beautiful and long, and then you don't have to wear it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember being told that before. You know, it's like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. You know, you can still have beautiful hair while your natural hair is growing long and beautiful. So, you know, that really would sell you on that idea. You know what I mean? And in the process, you could do all the other things every other culture could do. You finally could curl your hair as many times they curl their hair with the curlers or flat iron, and you know, somehow you've reached another level or another status. You know. So that's all I want to add to that.
So, did you have something to say?
No.
Oh, okay. So we hope that you found this video helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe stirred up some thought or some questions. You can post in the comment section, and we can discuss them with you. We hope you enjoy your first day. We're going to probably head in the house now and chill with the family. What? You have something else?
I saw the cat about to knock something over.
But,
Moldability, right?
yes.
Be moldable.
Be moldable
Work on our
like the
moldable.
clay. Give yourself to your husband and let him mold you.
Oh, we gonna see it go.
Yeah.
Do it again. All right, do it again. Yeah,
See?
being moldable like the clay.
Mm-hmm.